Welcome to day 215 of TFIF 365. And today it's going to be one of those just truth days. As I said, when I took this journey to record these daily videos when I can, I said I'm going to be transparent and model my authenticity and what it's like to navigate a world or try to live supremacy-free, coercion-free, discrimination-free, and exploitation-free. And the thing that keeps coming back to me is one of the old saying, be careful what you wish for. Because so much of my life has been fighting against the status quo, even though I didn't know that's what I was doing. It's like I showed up in the world like most kids, knowing exactly who I was. Now the outside world, how to navigate that, yeah, I didn't know. But who I was very clear about who I was. And it's always been a playful, joyful, silly, adventurous, strong-willed, opinionated person, because I knew who I was, right? And then I spent years of adopting society's norms, even when they didn't align with what I knew about myself. But I'm going to even say I went even harder when they didn't align, because you get beat into assimilation. You get forced into putting that square peg in that round hole, as uncomfortable as that is. But you get comfortable with being uncomfortable because it is known. Everybody around you understands it. They see you like struggling, but they know what that is. It's familiar, right? And so as I took on this journey, one of the things I wanted to do was examine all of the labels that I put on myself and society puts on us, family, friends, or whatever. And as I told you at the beginning of the year, when I thought I was just like couldn't see, like the fog was a lot. Now I don't have the fog anymore, but I'm at the point of asking myself, without those labels that I work so hard to dismantle, who am I? And I'm struggling with that. I'm like, who am I? I have all these skills, I have all this knowledge, but I don't have a label. Like before, I was a teacher, right? Taught K through 12. I worked with students. I was a youth worker. I worked with young people in out of school time, so summer camp and after school programs. I've taught GED from 18-year-olds to 90-year-olds. I've written curriculums. I've taught about how to mentor. I've advised CEOs of companies. I was a business strategist and an advisor. I have all these titles. And now that it's like even my name, Kim, that's a title, right? And and now none of it fits well. And I just feel like I can't even say a fish out of water. Because it's just everything feels foreign to me, and without labels, without this thing that I've been fighting so hard to these things that I've been fighting so hard to not be identified with, it's hard. I don't know. I can no longer answer that question. Who am I? And that is a level of anxiety and stress I wasn't anticipating. That there was, although discomfort, there was a level of comfort in these labels, because as I now try to figure out what's next, and I'm looking at like compensation, employment, what is that? What would I put on anything? How do I approach anybody? I don't. And because I've worked so hard to do this, I've had to, I don't see myself ever working for anybody else again, because one look at my social media history and if you can't get with all white people are racist and white supremacy is only value or intention or need is to cause chaos and destruction, or a lot of the other things that I know to be true in my heart and I see in the real life that I just call out. I don't see myself working as an employee of someone else. And then that leads me to, well, what do you do with that education, right? If you can't go teach in a school or in a college or in somebody's HR department, what is that? So do you have to start your own school? It's like even modeling this every day. It's like, what is this? What am I doing here? And so I got a lot to think about. And so this was just a conversation, just because I know I'm not the only one, particularly with how the world is moving right now. A lot of people have taken the steps that I've taken to free themselves of labels. And yet there's a part of me that is dying for a label, right? And that's just weird. And then when you think about, how do you pay your bills? What does that look like? So baby, there's a lot here. There's a lot here because I know that there's just a lot here. Yeah. I was about to say, I don't even know what I was about to say because at this moment, there's not a lot that I know. I know I'm free. I know I'm liberated. I know that I'm not shackled to these labels, but what does that mean? How do you navigate the world when people ask, what do you do? Where do you work? What do you like? What did you, all these things, just all these things. I'm not a sister. I'm no longer a daughter. It's like, what is that? Yeah, no, wow, wasn't expecting that. So, until tomorrow, peace. Become a sustaining supporter of my work at kimcreighton.com/support-the-work.